boy BKJ back in the building, and we are back, man, for another episode of the Smokn Being Season 2. And I got a special guest in the building, man. My co-host, Adrian Maestro Wilson, my partner, my brother. Man, we go back a long way, man.
It's been years, man.
We go back, man.
It's been years.
Give us a little history about,
Oh, man. It started in what, something. 6, 7, 8.
Yeah. Early 2000s, yeah.
Early 2000s. I met Jay just in is a different type of meeting. It wasn't necessarily music focused.
Yeah.
Our first interaction, just the social circles just managed to meet that way, and we had a common interest. And I think when you're doing music, like real music, and I hate to separate it like that, but when it is a separation.
Yeah,
but like when you actually do this, kindred spirits can tell.
Oh, for sure.
Like, we in the party life and ripping and running, but some of those friends were only friends for those moments, but you couldn't find a common thread.
Yeah, it didn't stick.
Right. But music was the thing. And when I saw that this guy really does this, I was like, okay, we gotta figure it out. And
we both was popping in the city at the same time.
Yeah.
I was doing my solo thing.
Oh, you was doing your thing.
Yeah, appreciate it.
You was doing your thing.
And JR was out here. But and then you was doing your thing with the group. Yeah, I was actually signed to a major.
Yeah.
See, I was doing I was independent.
You doing the independent thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, we went the major route, man. We went to move to New York for about 2 months and cut a album with Eddie F for Arista. And when we got back, people want to go crazy with the budget.
Yeah.
All of a sudden our manager got a chef friend. He got a trainer friend.
Yeah.
He got a guy that own buses and he gonna run our tour. So the label was like, "Oh, you want how much money?"
Right.
Yeah, we're just gonna drop all of
it. Oh, for sure. Yeah, y'all thinking y'all bigger than what y'all was, but I mean, man. Definitely y'all had a buzz though.
Yeah,
so that's how we kind of,
we had a buzz.
You know about me. I know about y'all, but we never actually met. So through mutual circles, like you said,
it was like, yo,
ain't you such
you
and
the
such?
guy that was on them posters,
right?
Because you had the van wrapped with all the posters on it,
exactly.
And I was like, yo, who is this nigga?
This dude, right?
Right, with the sweatsuit,
with the red Anichi sweatsuit with all the chains on.
Yeah, I'm like, who is this guy?
Right.
Who is this guy? And I'm like, the music is dope.
Yeah,
and I'm like, yo, bro, know what he doing. And I'm coming in the store and I'm seeing you in the store. I'm like, oh, that's son from the poster.
Right.
Let me go holler at him.
Yeah.
So man.
Since then we've been popping, man. And so if y'all don't know, since then we kind of linked up.
Yeah.
And we created our writers group called the Writers Inc. So it's basically our production team that we formed, just me and A here in his apartment. And he had
man.
like the studio up in the room, and then we like, he's like, let's get it in, man. Yeah. I had the little Triton keyboard.
Figuring it out, dude. Figuring it out. And I really think that's the thing a lot of people forget to do. It's like, yo, you get intimidated by learning stuff and you kind of don't like move forward. Yeah. But I remember when you first got the Triton, you was like, I don't know what I'm gonna do with this.
Right.
I don't know how to make beats on this.
Exactly.
But
we gonna figure it out.
Make beats,
and then you had the computer. You was like, okay, I'm gonna figure out this Pro Tools
I don't know
thing.
Pro Tools, but I'm gonna figure out Pro Tools.
And we was putting out them records. Cats was like, yo, you gotta mess with these dudes.
Yeah.
So from there, then we got with a couple other people that wanted to be a part of the team. Mm-hmm. Shout out to Big Rob.
Oh yeah.
DJ Banger.
Oh yeah.
Marcus.
That's
shout out to our boy G Sorry who set us up and believed in our dream.
That was the guy.
He was like, yo, I got the money, so get what y'all want.
Figure it out.
That's for musicians and artists. That's like a dream. Like, yo, get what y'all want.
He was like, yo, what's the best speakers? Get those.
Right. Get
Oh,
two of those.
what mic you want? Oh,
Yeah,
get that one. Get that one.
Y'all need a studio? We gonna get this built.
Yeah,
we didn't even like go get a building. It was like,
No.
okay, I'm gonna build this booth. I'm gonna get it built. We gonna
built
put
the whole
floors
thing.
Yeah.
Well, we came in breaking every rule.
Yeah.
Every rule. It was like, yeah, we'll take the office space. Soon as they close the door, it was like, all right, y'all, we ripping the whole
Right.
floor up.
We're
gonna have a guy come in and build a booth in
inside.
the corner.
Yeah.
So we're gonna do the couches here with the
landlord coming to the door. We peeping through the door like, can I help you?
Right. What's all that?
I just want to.
What's all that noise? What's the hand? Pop, pop, pop,
Right. We in there built like put down wood floors in the joint.
Yes, laid wood floors, built a full booth out. Went to the carpet store, got the padding. Like it was a great experience.
Yeah,
man.
that was
a
dope,
great
man.
experience.
And we made some great music out of there.
Right. It wasn't off a knot. It wasn't off a show.
For sure.
Like we actually produced, and I think that moment really allowed myself, and just from what I saw, you as well, to kind of form a new identity.
Right.
To refine yourself in music, because it's one thing to, like, when you were doing your solo thing, music sounded a certain way and you had a certain level of influence and energy around you when you were creating.
Yeah.
So that made, that sound. But when you get in a room full of creatives and everything is all you and you could do whatever you want, you can start to create an identity.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Play around with different things and
right.
Try it out. Like, okay, let's see what works. You
right.
know what I'm saying? That's the fun about it. And that's the thing, is like, we wasn't afraid to be like, okay, let's see what's new.
Right.
And just try to add that and try to be ahead of the time.
Right.
So a lot of our music was really like, cats was listening to it, was like,
what is this?
What is this? You know what I'm saying? Like
what?
the last train to Paris.
They were like, what is
the Ryan Leslie?
This is crazy. What Timbaland was doing early. Like people were like, what? First of all, who do you think you are?
Right.
People were
trying to sound like these dudes.
Who do you think you are coming in here with melodies like this,
right,
and chords like this, and you making changes it's 2 minutes into the song. Why are you changing the whole song?
And we wasn't afraid to do it. That's the thing. So that was the fun part about it. And that's what we loved, and that's what really connected us.
Yeah.
And it's like, this actually goes with what our topic is, because music is our center, and that's what what I'm saying. That's our bond. Other than life, our brotherhood and our life. As we grown, to be men and husbands.
Right.
But music is always going to be
the glue.
Yeah.
Yeah, the music is the glue.
The topic and what we want to chop it up with y'all about, again, well, sorry, my partner Coffee is not in the building today. He took a break on the first episode, but I got my co-host here. But we'll have Coffee. We'll have Coffee on the next episode. But we want to talk about music and the state of music today, man. And do we think it's in good hands? With the we can hip hop, R&B, whatever, with the little babies and the little this and the little that and the little baby, whatever. I mean, and we ain't I don't want to act like the old man get off my lawn type of person, but it's like, it's the same thing all day, every day, and it's like, what made music so like feel good back in the day, it was like you had different vibes. You can go to this for that, you can go this for that, but now it's like everybody shops at the same grocery store. I
mean, but you got to think, so you come from a school of David Hollister,
right? Carl Thomas,
Jodeci, Guy,
yeah.
Like these are people who actually went into the studio and created their own recipe,
right,
and made their own batch of what it is that you love. Like when Coca-Cola first started, that was the batch,
right?
But everybody started making their own colas. RC started popping, Pepsi started popping, and they all still live. But when you look at today, everything is Coke. Everything is the same.
Everything's
you
the
don't
same.
have that diversity of a Boys to Men, Jodeci, 112, Jagged Edge.
Right.
That's 4 different areas of life, thought process, music drive.
And people wasn't afraid to be different. And I think like we were saying earlier, the music industry, the artists, the producers, they're lazy.
Yeah, super.
What
lazy.
it is like, okay, that works. Everybody, okay, put auto-tune on my voice. I want to sing rap. So since that worked and everybody likes that, I want to do that too. And then you get the
but you can't be mad at them, no.
No, I'm not mad. I'm just saying, like, I don't want to eat the same thing every time. That's why I'm glad that there's artists out here that's still doing something a little different. You got of course, the biggest names are the Hers and you know, and you know, even the older, you know, the artists that's still out here like the Ushers and the Chris Browns and stuff. You know what you're gonna get from them. So
they got that thing, and they're able to push the envelope in their own way. I mean, but then you got to look at people like Chris Brown. Chris Brown, I would consider Chris Brown at this point to be a young OG. He would be a young legend.
Yeah. He in that middle.
Right.
He like, okay, he can look up to him.
Right.
But he can still get out.
He can still get out.
Yeah.
But it's like that. But that's still a kid that's essentially running around with the Lils. But he still comes from a school of Quincy Jones,
right?
You know what I'm saying?
But see, and he pays homage though, and that's and that's what I love, because he'll do a record with Usher and he'll pay homage to some of the old records. It's like the music today, they just all doing the same thing in their circle, so they not like looking back and being like, okay, let's pay homage to some of the dudes that paved the way and actually study the music to see if we can incorporate that in our sound. They just like, okay, it's 5 of y'all doing this, so I want to be the
number
6 that's doing this.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying? And it's like, come on, man.
I mean, but you got to remember, man, in the game now, it's really about fitting a mold, pressing the mold, and can I sell the mold? Can I sell it? Like, because people now, you have to put up your own money for your music career. Back in the day, you would have an A&R, you would have artist development. Right. They would find a
so
star.
So they can take a chance because they had the money. Really, these days now, it's like, okay, if I got 20 grand of my money from wherever, right? I can't take the chance on losing that on a new sound.
Can't do it.
So what works? Okay.
Yes.
I know this 20 grand. If I do it like them, it's gonna get me 100 grand.
I'm gonna get 100. But
and then
I don't
that
know what's gonna happen.
Exactly.
If you don't. You know.
I really want to be a conscious rapper, but that ain't it. My 20 grand. I can't take a chance with my 20 grand on
But you heard Hove. I used to want to rap like Common Sense.
Right.
And when I made this, I ain't been rapping like Common
Sense. Exactly.
So it's like,
exactly.
I mean, you gotta know what you're doing it for. That's why I use artists like Chris Brown as a point of reference for someone that knows, like, I can sell you a Snickers. Right, but I got this dark chocolate with this,
But that's what I'm saying.
Like, it's a different, like, I got that too, but I'm gonna bring you in with this Snickers. Exactly. Come on, I got what you love.
So that's what I'm saying. So that's what I loved about, you know, artists like that, or even the music before. It was like, okay, we can get with what's going on now, but I'm gonna still show you this other stuff. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I think the artists today, just even, I don't even talk about rappers, even the R&B artists, I can name what you got. 7th Street. What I don't even know if she's out yet. But
7th still.
Yeah.
Still
you got the other girl, Summer Walker.
Yeah. You got Queen Naija.
Right, but guess what though? You out of those 3, maybe you can name a couple more. They all sound the same too. They all sound the same. So it's like, when is somebody gonna step out? And I appreciate her. And I appreciate some of the other artists that's really stepping out to do something, have a different sound.
Right.
But you got Summer Walker, 7th Street, you got Queen Naija, you got, you know, and it's like, y'all basically should be the same person.
Yeah, they should.
You know what I'm saying?
But I mean, bro, think about it. We was listening to Cassie. Cassie was the same as a million of those.
Cassie was a Ashanti.
Yes. Yes.
A Jennifer Lopez.
Yes. Like all of that. All of that is,
you can't really sing that well, but the beat and the hook.
We got the formula.
That's what it was.
Look at a guy like Mike Caren. Mike Caren is a music executive. And if I'm not mistaken, Mike is at Epic or Atlantic. But Mike Caren has a hit Bible.
Right.
So this hit Bible has certain pieces of it that tells you exactly how to make a hit. What key it should be in, what chord progression you should have, what the cadence of the top line should be.
I believe it.
Also, what the artist should look like that's singing this type of music, what they should look like that's singing this type of.
Right.
So the fact that these music executives have been able to break music down to such a science, and it's really based on human consumption. People, like people consuming, you consuming, but like when you could write it, there was no book that could do what Marvin Gaye did.
Right.
There's no book that could do what Stevie Wonder did. Right. There's no book, but nowadays they got a book.
Oh yeah.
They got a book, and they're like, if you cute,
and you don't even have to know how to sing. You don't even have to have that much talent.
No.
But we can make you a star.
We can do something with
you. And then, it's always been like that, but at
Mm-hmm.
least the artist had more control and had to at least be able to hold a note or really perform. But it's like now it's just like it's cookie cutter. It's a warehouse. You know what I'm saying?
It's done. Like but the thing is you got certain people that know how to run a warehouse. That's why I tip my hat to Hitmaker. Yeah, Hitmaker's running a warehouse right now.
For sure, he getting money.
Anybody, if you do music, I don't care if you rap, sing, chant. You ain't even gotta say like whatever it is that you could do. I got something for you, and I'm gonna let you. But the thing is there's still a level of true musicality there. You got somebody that knows the business, knows songs, right, and is able to guide this young person that has no idea. They're just trying to get an opportunity.
But my argument is like, okay, we asking about the state of music, and basically these artists that we're talking about, this era of music, 5, 6, maybe 7 years from now, will they still be relevant? No. Like you can probably count on one hand the amount of artists that still will be relevant some years from now, which is fine. I mean, some people are in it for the quick run, but I don't think it's fair as a listener. I'm a musician as well, but I'm also a fan of music.
Right.
So it's like, as a fan of music, it's not fair to me to just be like, you just putting this out just to make a quick dollar, and then you don't even care if you're gonna be out next year. You know what I'm saying? But then the next nigga gonna come out, excuse my language, but you gonna put the next dude out to do the same thing. You basically just feed me garbage.
But you gotta remember, man, gone are the days of people caring about that connection with the end listener. People, I was watching a DVD a few weeks ago of Mary J. Blige and Puff in the studio. And the way that they were talking about the records, they were talking about people connecting. I want people to feel this. Right. I want, when they hear them, I want them to feel the pain in your voice. When I don't want you to say no cookie cutter what would a woman say when she's feeling this?
She's a perfect example. That's why when you hear a Mary song, it automatically takes you to that place, like, oh, because you can feel her pain.
We don't
you can
have
feel
that.
Her joy. You can feel it's like, I can relate because I'm going through that. There's nothing I'm going through today.
Nothing
that these artists today are singing about. I can't put you on and be like, yeah, that's what I'm feeling.
No,
that's what I'm going through.
No,
because first of all, you talking about is taking pills, drugs, smoking, capping a nigga, guns,
money
sex,
you ain't got,
hitting this broad,
right.
Even the chicks. I ain't even got to the dudes yet.
Oh Lord.
I'm talking about the chicks.
Yeah,
like, the females are talking like, yeah, I want you to hit it from the back. It's like,
give me your money and I'm about the bag.
And then you categorizing this as R&B. Like,
yeah. When you look it up,
first of all, where's the rhythm and where's the blues?
Dude, it makes me it pisses me off. I'm a Tidal person. I do Tidal. I don't do Spotify. And when I go to Tidal, and I look at the R&B,
shout out to Tidal.
Oh yeah, shout out to Tidal. When I go
Google
into
Play
Tidal,
in the building.
Whatever,
right.
Man. But
when you go to Tidal,
when I go to Tidal, and I look at R&B, and I see people like Moray on R&B. He's the guy with the quicksand record. When the storm went down with the quicksand, going on with the big buns.
Oh yeah.
It's a huge record.
Yeah.
That's not an R&B record,
right? But they put it in
but
R&B.
That's R&B though.
Yeah,
like you got
they just
people,
throw anybody in the box.
Bro, you got people like Lil Uzi Vert showing up in the R&B
right,
section.
Right.
Why is that happening?
Right, because
you know what I mean?
they lumping us all in one box.
They don't know there are no genres anymore.
There's a genre because I'm sure you won't see no rock records in R&B. You see what I'm saying? So
black
with
music.
our music,
Yes.
right? Our music just turns into R&B music.
It's turned into rap. I think R&B is gone. I think from my perspective, and I'm an R&B guy. I am boys.
Don't let Tank hear that,
bro. I bleed Boys to Men. If you cut me,
right,
I would bleed
end of the road.
I would bleed
your
too.
blood would come down and
I
be
would
like
bleed
end of the
too.
road.
Right. I would bleed too. I would bleed Motown Philly. I would bleed that.
Right.
So when I say I look at R&B and I don't see it anymore, it's even the people like Chris Brown. That's Brown's records don't even sound like R&B anymore.
That's not R&B.
Like no, the singles don't sound like R&B.
Yeah.
When you get on the album, like I said, they get you with the candy.
Right.
But when you get on the album, then you get a little you'll get a little substance. But man, it's like when I listen to these singles that's coming out, Queen Najla, like they still sound like rappy, singy records.
Right. Everybody with the choppy.
Right.
But that's what I'm saying. They following the mold. This will work, so let's do that. And it's like, come on, step outside the box, be different, take a chance. That's why the greats were great, because everybody was looking at them like they were crazy. But the MJs, the Princes, everybody was like, man, that ain't gonna work. I got you.
Right.
And it's like, they like, what is he doing? He wound up being the greatest artist ever.
See,
you know what I'm saying?
I think the difference is when people in those times, you had gatekeepers. At that time, you actually had gatekeepers that knew music, knew musicality, knew what a real artist sounded like, knew what real talent looked
developed
like,
them,
and they were able to develop that artist and create a sound. Now there are no gatekeepers.
Yeah,
like it's
you basically create your sound in your room
and come out,
and then you come out, and then we like, okay, we'll take it and support it and put it out there. You
come
know what
out,
I'm saying?
Right?
Yeah, we don't care what it sounds like.
Care. We don't even care. We don't.
Hey, long as you talking about what everybody talking about.
Yes.
I got a record. Is it talking about drugs, sex, and money?
Yes.
Well, come on. We got it. Yeah, it's a hit. You know what I'm saying? Do you look like a dummy? Well, come on. Nah, I'm joking. But no, seriously, like the same look, and it's like, but you know who I blame though? A lot of times, I blame us.
Us as
the fans.
Okay.
Because they can only keep putting out what we accept. You see what I'm saying? You can't go to McDonald's expecting them to have a steak.
But
or if they do have steak, you got to know what type of steak they're going to be serving. It's not going to be like good
that's
stuff.
That's true.
You see what I'm saying? So it's like we keep buying it. We keep streaming it. We keep accepting it. And then it's like, then they're like, okay, cool. I sold 1 million copies of this trash. Let's put out some more trash. But if we stop buying it, stop supporting it, then they're going to be like, okay, we gotta switch this up because the people ain't buying this trash no more.
See, but I think that's a tricky thing, because when you think about it, music, our first introduction to music is the radio. So the radio is our window into music.
Yeah.
Normally, when you first are introduced to it. And the radio is created by radio program directors.
Right.
And it's called programming for a reason.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So when I'm a label and my budget for radio is $10 million, and I got this new artist that I spent $10 million recording the album, I'm gonna pay every radio station to play these records.
Play this record all day, every day.
And eventually you gonna love it.
Oh yeah.
Eventually.
Yeah. Everybody know
That's
they hear the
thing.
trashiest song out there, but they play it 10 times before you even got home.
Like, dude.
So when you get in the house, you singing that.
You think I wanted to know Gangnam Style?
Right.
I didn't want to know that.
Old Town Road.
Right. I didn't want to know that. You know what I'm saying? But they spent the money to program us. Right. And where is old boy with Gangnam Style? 20 billion views.
Crazy.
Out of
in
this
the grocery
world.
store, in Target, I'm sitting there, you hearing that stuff.
To your point, like, I understand where you're coming from. If you don't consume it, they won't make it. It'll force them to be creative. But if the money machine is programming you based on what it is they think is gonna work, and they just feeding the people that feed you, you really don't have a choice.
And who gonna really, I guess, as from the artist standpoint, you ain't gonna turn down, somebody saying, if it's an easy way to make $1 million, I mean, come on.
I mean,
let's do it.
Look what they was doing with album packages. You remember when they were putting out an album, and for every album you sold, you get a ticket to my show, or every ticket you bought was an album sold.
Yeah.
Like that type of programming, and then when you see, Taylor Swift's got the #1 record in the country, people automatically like, she must be great.
Yeah.
Let me listen to what she's doing.
Exactly.
Not saying that Taylor's bad, but I'm just saying like that level of marketing, that level of programming makes a consumer to be like,
so that's what I'm saying. We're brainwashed, basically.
Yeah, we are.
And these songs are only hot, but and the thing is too, they target the younger generation with this music because now we're wise enough to understand what they're doing.
Right.
So they're like, okay, after you get 25, they're woke now.
Right.
So we can't get them with the bull no more.
They
so
know we not eating Trippie. We not listening to Trippie Red.
Right. Plus we know the game. We like, man, y'all, we seen this coming, but the young, they don't know. Oh, Lil Baby. He's so good. They don't know that this is trash.
They just like, yo, this dude is not saying any. If you listen to and that's no shots to the Baby or Lil Baby. Lil Baby is killing it right now.
Yeah, but I mean, it's
but if I were to play the songs in sequence together, I could imagine.
You can't tell the difference.
I could imagine. I got a guy that writes AI bots. I got a guy that could play all of these songs together and give you all of the words that are to get everything sounds the same. Yeah, like all of this is the same. These he'll take a bar from this song and put it in this song.
Right.
You don't even know it.
Right, exactly.
Because I sound the same on everything.
And it don't even have to make sense.
No.
What did he just say?
They'll pick up their baby and then go do drugs in 2 different bars. Like, went and got my baby. Had to give me a pound.
Right. And we like, yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
You know what I'm saying? No.
You know what I'm saying? No. But are they really even listening to the lyrics? Or, it's just brainwashed and they just, so it's like, I don't know. In a way, I'm disappointed. I'm happy though for the artist that's able to express their creativity, because at the end of the day, we're all artists, and it's all an expression of our lifestyle, our creativity. So I'm glad that they're able and have this platform. But at the same time, I just want to challenge them to be like, you know what? If we keep on like this, we won't have the next generation won't know about the Hoves, the Nas's, won't know about the Luthers and the Marvins and the Mary J's, and because what happens is with every generation it's getting watered down. Nobody's really going back and pulling. But then at the same time, so next generation, what are they gonna pull from this era?
See, but man, you gotta like when I got my little cousin. He's kind of like my little brother. He's about 8 years younger than me. And I'm at his house the other day, and he's watching old Mobb Deep videos.
Oh, word.
And he's watching old Mobb Deep, old Nas videos.
That's what's up.
And
he got an old soul.
And I say to him, yo, did you know Havoc was 17 when Shook Ones came out?
Right.
Like when you listen to what they're saying in Shook Ones.
Right. That's what I'm saying. They were really speaking from the streets, their experience, right? Exactly.
18 years old.
Exactly.
Like they know what's going on, but the thing is these are the same people that were listening to Big Daddy Kane, X Clan, and EPMD.
Yeah, they wasn't that far removed.
They
from
weren't
actually
from real. And I think the thing is we don't have people that are cool enough for the young kids now to look up to, to gain inspiration, to even take that message.
Because right now it's just like, oh, you just the old nigga.
Yeah, it's like, oh, you broke, you old.
Right.
Bro, you ain't got no bust down. Where your bust down?
And what you said was important. You broke, you old. So my thing is, they look up to, okay, if you still popping, you still got the chains and the cars, and they like, okay, teach me.
You don't even got to be pop. You could be younger than them with the chains and the cars and they'll call you big bro.
They'll call you.
They'll look up to you.
Right,
they're
right, because you got what they want.
Yo, you got the stuff.
But then the dude that's nice and with the lyrics, but he looking like, you know, they like, man,
they like, nah,
you was hot, but look at you.
Like, where your Lambo at?
Right,
you got the Lambo truck.
Right.
Everybody got the Lambo truck.
Right. Don't know that it's rented.
Yeah, come on, yo. So it's like I can't blame the kids now, because when I look at Mobb Deep, when Shook Ones came out, they had something to look to. And it wasn't the drug infested world that we live in now. Not the popular drug. That was, we talking about crack when that was happening. Yeah. But like now, it wasn't the party drug scene. It was more people were really struggling and really dealing with real things. Now we got more than ever. Yeah. Like people are making money from their couch now. So like the mentality of the people is totally different. Yeah, for sure. So it's hard to expect the same thing of old when you look at what's now.
Yeah. I don't think like you said, it's not enough of the old still around to take them under their wing. Right. That's relevant.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Because cool, Jay is still around, but he on something else right now. Man, they look at him as big Unc,
Jay's
but
the
it's like,
moon, bro.
Right.
Jay's, so it's like that's too far for me. So it's like
I can't even. He's looking like I want to help y'all, but
I got another company to sell. It's 100 million.
Exactly. Like, I can't even get down that far to get y'all. Sorry.
The moon. He the moon.
Exactly.
Dog.
So
he's really the moon.
Who would be next to really just?
The next one would be like somebody like 50 Cent, but he on the ignorance. You know what I'm saying?
But he's still not even like.
But he would be cool enough and I say him because he's still in your face. He's got TV shows that's making people
so they
love
know
him
about
now.
Him. They know
so
about
he's
him.
still in your face, and he's from, they would consider the